So welcome back. I am again here with Hal Baker, and he is with a company called Goosehead Insurance. By the way, his contact information will be in the description of this video. So I want to know that you understand. Don't worry. If you want to contact Hal, his information will be provided. This video will actually be just kind of a reflection on what's going on right now in California and exactly what was happening that made this such a tumultuous moment for homeowners besides the fire.
Sure. So, Celeste, I think it's important that people understand as well. Goosehead Insurance is not an insurance company. We're a broker, so kind of like a travel agent. So we work with lots of different insurance companies. We help people find the right coverages and the right at the
That's
right
a
price points.
that's a
And
great qualification. So I'm glad you said that.
yeah, and so people aren't looking for Goosehead Insurance to insure their home, but like if you're working with a company like State Farm, or you're working with a company like Travelers, or Nationwide Insurance, every company has different needs. But part of an insurance company's job is to make sure that they are there at a time of loss to help the insured recover from the incident. But it's a two-way street as well, right? So insurance companies need to know and understand that people are taking the right measures to make sure that when a loss happens, it can be mitigated. It can be stopped and it doesn't expand and go on. So one of the challenges you have in Florida, for instance, or in California, is the ability to have charge a proper premium as these storms become more catastrophic and they become more expansive and there's more damage. Obviously the insurance company's on the hook for more money. So they have requirements to meet with departments of insurance that they have a certain amount of money in reserves so that when something happens, they have the proper amount of money to be able to take care of their customers. Well, as these storms become bigger and bigger and bigger, a lot of times they don't have enough money. So they need to charge more. So it's a double-edged sword in some ways, right? You want to protect the consumer from just being gouged by insurance companies for higher premiums, but at the same time, if the insurance company can't charge a certain amount, they can't guarantee that they'll have the funds to be able to take care of the consumer. So when it reaches that situation, insurance companies make decisions. Hey, based on what's going on in a particular um, city or state, we just can't offer insurance in this area anymore. And that's one of the things that California faced when State Farm pulled out. State Farm's not the only one, but they were the biggest, name that was out there. They just said, listen, based on the mitigation features or the different things that are going on in that uh, area of the country, that they didn't feel comfortable that those fires would be able to put out in a timely manner, they wouldn't spread beyond, and that they wouldn't have the ability perhaps to take care of all the customers. So they canceled insurance. Now they didn't. Another misnomer sometimes is that canceling insurance is immediate. It's not immediate. So they announce their intentions to leave, and then they'll give, most homeowners have a minimum of 60 days notice. I believe State Farm gave a full year notice of their intention to no longer be insuring people. So they said, hey, when your policy comes up for renewal next year, we are going to non-renew it. So it gave them an opportunity to shop other places for insurance.
That's excellent. Well, I hope that if anything, that helps kind of clarify what was going on in California with the insurance industry and why it has been so devastating, knowing that a lot of these homeowners had no coverage. But also, I think there's a lot of other elements to this conversation that I'm sure a lot of people would have differing opinions on. But one in particular is the lack of water. They just didn't have the reserves to work with. So
Sure.
with that said, I'm glad we had this opportunity to have this conversation. And I want our viewers to know we're going to have a few more, so stay tuned.